Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name's Cody Bills. Today is the 16th and we had the market mixed here in Chicago. Let's turn over to the iPad and see where we closed off the day. Corn trading up 6 1/4 cents, soybeans down 1/4 penny, and wheat in Chicago trading down 1 1/2 cents here, the 8th consecutive day of closing lower than the open here. Very disappointing for Chicago wheat. Let's talk a lot about some of the early developments in this trade and what kind of shape today. First of all, we had a nice export sale here for corn, 101,000 metric tons of old crop corn to unknown destinations. That helped put a bid under corn here. You know, we have seen a pickup in export activity here, and that's very positive. Right now, when you look at the pace that we're going at, we're right about on par with what we need to be at this time of the year to meet USDA expectations. An improvement in export sales will most likely lead to further demand improvements here in the next WASDE report. We're going to have to see if next week we can continue to have strong export sales. This week we beat analyst expectations, very positive. So good day here for corn. Let's talk a little bit about soybeans here because it's a slightly different story. We saw 285,000 metric tons of soybeans sales to China canceled this morning. That's very disappointing. It really starts to indicate the fact that maybe China is going to start looking to the southern hemisphere down to South America to meet some of the soybean demand. Now, if we see this start to develop as a trend, I think this is going to be very problematic for soybeans and will be a cause for concern here for soybean prices going forward. I am still a little bit bearish here. Soybeans, we did find a little bit of support here. We weren't able to really break through with conviction through that low side of the channel that we've been trading since late October. But, you know, this was a Friday. Oftentimes it's very difficult to really get a huge conviction move on a Friday before a shortened holiday week due to Martin Luther King Day. So I would expect on Tuesday when we come back, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more selling here for soybeans. Let's talk a little bit about the cash market here because that's what we do on Friday. One thing that's very interesting, we talked a little bit about corn export sales picking up here. We saw the Gulf basis improve 17 cents on the week. On average, we did see that filter throughout the river system. On average, river terminals were trading up 7 cents this week, so that's very positive. On average across the U.S., we saw a basis increase of only 3 cents. It is good to see this basis increase here as prices have come down. We need to see improved basis here to try and draw some of that grain out of farmers' bins. Let's talk a little bit about soybeans here. You'll notice that along the eastern part of the U.S., we did see between 5 to 10 cent basis improvements. The Gulf increased 6 cents, so it wasn't nearly as dramatic as it was for corn. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that we're really kind of getting into that time period when corn starts to take the priority here in the export sales and in the physical cash movement. We have had a lot of export sales here for soybeans, but you know, really we're kind of getting past that time when soybeans really racks up the sales and moves a lot of the beans out of the country. We're moving over toward where we can really focus on corn exports and corn physical grain movement. All in all, we did see crush plants improve basis by 3 cents on the week, so that was very positive. On average, soybeans improved only 2 cents. Guys, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, if you want to just talk to me about the charts that you're seeing here or your plan for the marketing year on how you're going to hedge your production or remove some of that price risk that could be that could stand in the way of next year, go ahead and give us a call. The number is 877-472-4607. I'd be happy to spend some time with you, show you the platforms that we use and our grain hedge customers use and benefit from on a day-to-day basis. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here on Tuesday with Martin Luther King Day being a holiday, and the grains are not going to be trading during that time period. So we'll see you here Tuesday next week. Thanks a lot. Take care.